back, children. So coming to today's class on alternating currents, we'll be discussing about a term called as quality factor. Okay, quality factor for a series LCR circuit. So before we understand the definition of quality factor, okay, hope you remember in the last class we have discussed the resonance condition for an LCR circuit. Okay, so for an LCR circuit, a series LCR circuit, if you consider inductor, resistor and capacitor connected in series to an alternating EMF, okay, whose frequency is variable. Okay, if you start varying the frequency at a particular frequency called resonating frequency, which is equal to 1 by root LC, we have observed that current will reach its maximum value. So I will show you the graph. What was the nature of omega versus current graph? It was increasing to a peak value. It reaches maximum at a particular frequency called resonating frequency. Beyond this, again it is going to decrease and become zero at infinity. So this was the nature of I versus omega graph, where omega is the frequency of your input signal. If you keep on changing the input signal, we get maximum current. Okay, I'll call this maximum current as I0 when omega R is equal to 1 by root LC. That means when your input frequency is 1 by root LC, the circuit is driven to resonance and amplitude of current has become maximum. Now this is when your resistance is capital R. What would happen if I double the resistance of the circuit? There is no change in resonating frequency, but the peak value of current will come down, because the peak value of current, what is it equal to? E0 divided by capital R. If you are increasing the resistance, the peak value of current is going to decrease. So I will show you another graph. In the same graph, how does current vary with frequency when resistance has become double? This is for 2R. There is no change in resonating frequency. Resonating frequency remains as it is. But look at the peak. The peak has come down. Okay, the graph has become broader. It is not sharper. So this sharpness of resonance, okay, sharpness of resonance is having a high peak and a less bandwidth. Okay, the two lines will come closer with a very sharp peak. So this sharpness of resonance is measured by using a term called as quality factor. So what is the advantage of studying the quality factor? It tells you about the sharpness of resonance. Sharpness of resonance can be studied by using quality factor. It is a measure of the sharpness of resonance. Okay, we represent it by the symbol Q and is defined as the ratio of resonating frequency to bandwidth. I repeat the definition. It is a measure of sharpness of resonance represented by the letter Q. What is Q equal to? Resonating frequency divided by bandwidth. Now the question comes, what is this bandwidth? We already know what is the resonating frequency. Okay, bandwidth, okay, remember the definition. It is the difference in frequencies at half power points. Okay, to understand what are these half power points, so indirectly they are telling you it is the difference in frequencies when power reduces to half of its maximum value. So if power reduces to half, we know power can be written as I square into capital R. If power is reducing to half, current will reduce to I0 divided by root 2. Okay, I repeat, we know power is I square into capital R, or if I write it as I0 square into capital R. If power is reducing to half, I will become I0 divided by root 2. So to represent this I0 by root 2, we will go back to the same graph. Okay, I will show you only one line instead of two. Repeating the graph, look at this. If this is your I versus omega graph for an LCR circuit, okay, this is your resonating frequency omega R and what is the corresponding current? I took it as I0. So to get the bandwidth, select the current as I0 by root 2. Okay, this is the peak value of current. If power reduces to half, current will decrease to I0 by root 2. So this is I0 by root 2 point. So when you draw one dotted line, it touches this graph at two different positions. The corresponding frequencies, I'll call it as omega 1 and this as omega 2. Omega 2 minus omega 1 is nothing but called as bandwidth. Now how to write the quality factor? It is the ratio of resonating frequency divided by the bandwidth. Okay, from this graph I can write the bandwidth as omega 2 minus omega 1. We already know what is the resonating frequency, which is 1 by root LC. Resonating frequency depends on inductance and capacitance. Now I have to find out what is this bandwidth. Okay, if you can evaluate the bandwidth, then I can find out what is the quality factor. Now let us look into one derivation for determining the bandwidth. Okay, now coming to this derivation of expression for bandwidth. Okay, for that again come back to the graph. I versus omega graph. Okay, we took the peak value of current as I0. When current has reduced it to I0 by root 2, we are calling this frequency as omega 1. Peak value is omega r, resonating frequency, and this is omega 2. So in the previous class I have already discussed, below the resonating frequency, the circuit is capacitive, and above the resonating frequency, it is inductive. Okay, for a frequency less than resonating frequency, Xc is greater than XL, so I am calling it capacitive. Beyond this, XL is greater than Xc. Now since current is reduced to I0 divided by root 2, now at omega 1, okay, at a frequency omega 1, I will write the equation for current. Okay, what is the current? I0 by root 2 is equal to E0 divided by, we know current is equal to EMF divided by impedance of the circuit. Okay, so what is impedance? Z equal to under root R square plus, since it is capacitive circuit at frequency omega 1. Okay, in my diagram, omega 1 is a frequency which is less than resonating frequency. Xc is more than XL. So I will write it Xc minus XL whole square. Okay, so I0 by root 2 is equal to E0, this is the peak value, by under root R square plus, okay, we know Xc can be written as 1 by omega 1c, because I took it as frequency omega 1, minus omega 1L whole square. Bring this E0 by I0. We know E0 by I0 is nothing but the resistance. Okay, peak value of EMF by peak value of current will give you capital R at resonance. So E0 by I0 is equal to under root R square plus 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1L whole square divided by root 2. See, I brought E0 and I0 together. This would be this term divided by root 2. Since this is nothing but resistance, I will call this as capital R. E0 by I0, at the peak value, it is equal to resistance. Bring this root 2 also to the left hand side. What is root 2R equal to? Under root R square plus 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1L whole square. Squaring on either sides and simplifying. Okay, so I'll square this equation on either sides. Root 2R whole square will become 2R square equals to, root gets cancelled, R square plus 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1L whole square. Bring all r's on one side. 2R square minus R square is nothing but R square equal to 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l. 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l whole square. Okay, apply the square root on either sides. What will you get? Capital R as equal to, okay, from this relation I can write capital R is equal to 1 by omega 1c minus omega 1l. Call this as equation 1. So this is at which frequency? At omega 1. If you go to omega 2, what is the nature of the circuit? Inductor. XL is greater than XC. I'll repeat the same sequence of steps. But since XL is greater than XC, what will happen to this relation? It will become XL minus XC, and we will substitute the frequency as omega 2. So I'm not repeating the whole steps. I'll just reverse this value and write. So in that case, at omega 2, okay, I'm not showing you the same sequence of steps. Reverse this equation and make omega 1 as equal to omega 2. Then what will R come out to be? Omega 2L minus 1 by omega 2C. XL minus XC at a frequency omega 2. Call this as equation 2. See, we have got two equations in omega 1 and omega 2. And we need to find out the bandwidth omega 2 minus omega 1. So I'll be solving these two relations. Okay, adding 1 and 2, R plus R. 2R is equal to, add the two relations, omega 2L minus omega 1L. Okay, I put L's together, plus 1 by omega 1C minus 1 by omega 2C. Okay, adding equation 1 and 2. Then 2R is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 into L plus 1 by C into, take LCM, omega 1 omega 2. This will be omega 2 minus omega 1. Okay, call this as equation 3. Now again go back to equation 1 and 2. Okay, by adding we have got this relation. Now I will subtract the two relations. Okay, if I subtract 1 and 2. Okay, now by adding 1 and 2 we have got this condition. Subtract 1 and 2. Equation 1 minus equation 2. R minus R is 0. 1 by omega 1C minus omega 1L. Okay, first equation minus this term omega 2L minus 1 by omega 2C. Anyway, this is equal to 0. Simplify this relation. 1 by omega 1C minus omega 1L minus omega 2L plus 1 by omega 2C should be equal to 0. Bring all L terms on one side and C is on the other side. So 1 by C, if I take out common, 1 by omega 1 plus 1 by omega 2 should be equal to, in these two terms I take out L common, omega 1 plus omega 2. Take LCM again, omega 1 omega 2, omega 2 plus omega 1 should be L into omega 1 plus omega 2. Anyway, omega 1 plus omega 2 and omega 1 plus omega 2 will get cancelled. Okay, so omega 2 plus omega 1 is getting cancelled. Now 1 by omega 1 omega 2 is nothing but L into C. Call this as equation 4. See, by adding the two relations we have got equation 3. By subtracting 1 and 2 we have got this condition. So substitute 4 in 3. Okay, wherever we have omega 1 omega 2 you can write it as 1 by LC, or 1 by omega 1 omega 2 is nothing but equal to LC. So put this condition in this relation. 2R is equal to, I'll take out omega 2 minus omega 1 common, because omega 2 minus omega 1 is common in both the terms. L plus 1 by C omega 1 omega 2. So what would happen when I put 1 by omega 1 omega 2 as LC? So here I will get L into C. C will anyway get cancelled. L plus L will become 2L. So implies 2R is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1. Okay, after substituting 1 by omega 1, omega 2 as L into C, this will become 2L. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So what is your bandwidth equal to? Omega 2 minus omega 1, that is bandwidth, is R divided by L. Okay, it is all mathematical calculation. So finally, what did we get the bandwidth as? Okay, we have got the bandwidth. Okay, here I will write the bandwidth. Bandwidth omega 2 minus omega 1 has come out to be equal to LR divided by L. So this is your expression for bandwidth. And once you know the bandwidth, we can find out the quality factor. Okay, coming back to quality factor. Okay, just now I showed you that bandwidth is R divided by L. So what should be your formula for quality factor then? It is omega R by omega 2 minus omega 1 as per the definition. So your quality factor Q is equal to resonating frequency divided by omega 2 minus omega 1. I will write it as R divided by L. See, is it omega R into L divided by capital R? Okay, this is nothing but called as XL divided by R. But remember, XL at which frequency? At resonating frequency. Okay, how to get the quality factor? Either you write it as omega R by bandwidth. Bandwidth is replaced as R by L. L goes to numerator. Product of omega R into L is nothing but inductive reactance, but at which frequency? It is at resonating frequency. And we know at resonating frequency, XL and XC become equal. So you can also write this quality factor as XC divided by capital R. XC at resonating frequency. Okay, this is one more relation. Or you can further modify it. See, if I replace omega R as 1 by root LC. Okay, we know resonating frequency depends on inductance and capacitance. Whereas bandwidth is equal to what? R by L. So on reversing it will become L by R. So simplify this relation in terms of L, C and R. What is quality factor Q equal to? L and root L will get cancelled. 1 by R under root L divided by C. So this expression gives you quality factor in terms of resistance, capacitance and inductance. So the previous formula was in terms of capacitance, XC, capacitive reactance. This was in terms of inductor reactance. So all of these formulas or terms represent resonating or represent the quality factor. So this is a very important derivation for subjective exam. Remember, what is the definition of quality factor, how to find out the bandwidth, and then the final expression for quality factor. So how is this quality factor related to resistance? Is it directly or inversely related to resistance? Inversely related to resistance. More the resistance, less will be the quality factor. So if you want a sharp resonance, keep the resistance of the circuit as small as possible, because resistor is an energy dissipating element, whereas inductor and capacitors are energy storing devices. If you reduce this energy dissipating value, then obviously quality factor will increase. So this is regarding the quality factor.